What a great title.
I think that you probably would love that title.
Yeah.
Solutions
like
manager. It's pretty much what you do every day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is. It's very similar.
So, in that role, like what's a typical day like for you?
Typical day is opening up all the programs that I work for and closer. Yeah, perfect. And then really span the spectrum of how is our support being done?
Mm-hmm.
How are we standardizing? How are we using the tools of the different facets that we're using it from? And then from construction to the different companies that we own, how are we leveraging it differently to make that the most efficient for across our company?
Sure. So the reason you're here, obviously, is for the drone side of the technology.
Exactly.
So how are you guys utilizing drones?
Right now, we're only in a few divisions, so we're starting out a little early, but we've been doing droning for a few years, but we're just now standardizing it. So getting into those larger projects, seeing how that dirt work can change. Facade work, getting back into progress tracking at a higher level and getting more accuracy out of our drones. And
pretty
pilots.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
And we love the idea of standardizing the accuracy when it comes, because we get, I'm sure you can, places like this too, you get a little bit of everything and everyone's got to, and then I'm sure you hear, projects, we hired a drone guy, and you're like, wait a second. Talk a little bit about how you're going about standardizing across the companies.
At Swinnerton, we make all of our pilots be the 107 certified, just like pretty much standard. But then we also have our own testing program through Swinnerton that is a little more tighter than what the FAA is. So we have their regulations, and then ours take it a little further. So then our pilots know exactly how the Swinnerton way is going to be and what our expectations are, and then let them get out on the project and start building the way that we want to build.
Gotcha. And you said you guys have been using drones for how long? You said you're fairly new to the game, right?
Fairly new. I've been with Swinnerton a little over 2 years, but they've been using droning since about 2016 or so.
Gotcha. And what was your background before coming to Swinnerton?
I was at a different GC out of Seattle, and before that, I was in educational hardware software.
There you go.
Oh, that's a nice fit, right?
How the learners learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How the learners learn.
And then before that, I was a pipeline and operator out of Seattle area.
Okay. So type of projects that Swinnerton works on. Talk about it a little bit.
We have anything from small man in the van, fix a door in a building, to as large as we can get, high rise, large campus, education, hospitals.
And do you guys have surveyors in house, or do you hire that out?
We hire that out, but we do have some self-perform, and we do as much self-perform in wood and concrete that we can.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
So are your surveyors that you have on staff, are they involved with the drone program at all?
We leverage our drone program in the pre-construction, so it's partnering with a lot of the surveyors and then leveraging the drone data to go back with them and figure that out.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and how are those providers reacting to, or how do they jump on board on the Swinnerton way? Like, how has that been going?
Pretty well. I mean, most of it's just getting in front of them and showing them, how much we care about the projects and the builds that we're doing, and then saying, we want to include you in this, and let's go build the best that we can build. And really, it's just partnering and figuring out how can we see where everyone's at, meet them where they're at, and then start leveling up from there.
So your drone usage, where is that providing the most value for you and your team?
Right now, we're seeing a lot out of the pre-con go, no go for some of our divisions. The other aspect is if there's already a building there, we have to do pre-existing site conditions. What's going on the weekends when we're not there? How are we protecting our site and our owners and our properties the way that we should? So really, it's kind of we're trying to take a little more of a holistic view of what facets are we really trying to do, focus on those, but then really surround that project with that security and know that the owner has that Swinnerton love baked into the system.
There you go, the Swinnerton love. and what about drone deploy? First of all, have you been to Horizons before, or is this your first one?
This is my first one. This is great. We started using drone deploy this last year and just been loving it and getting more traction, and our teams are really liking how everything is being brought together. The ease of use for getting flights done, seeing what permits have to be done, turning it over to the project team and just letting them starting to play, the field team getting more involved. So it's just been growing really well.
Yeah. So talk about your partnership with Drone to Play a little bit more and the value they're providing.
The value is really coming with their roadmap and their vision, where they're heading, how they're going to start progress tracking, how they're going to start using more with the drones, or how the drones is evolving, and then how is the ground capture evolving. The new ground capture stuff is really taking off, and we needed to see that because we were kind of hitting that ceiling. So
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah. So, coming in and seeing some more orthomosaics out of the ground capture, or what's the next chapter of that, or having inlet and some of these other integrations all into one system, and that really makes it more palatable for us.
Yeah, just tying everything together, right?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Is that where you see this really going? Is being able to combine and tie together, on the ground, inside, and from the sky, and kind of meshing it all together?
And then the integration component. So some of our products, we're not the GC, so if they're using Procore or they're using ACC, they have that ability to go right into Drone to Play connected. They have the ability to have that static camera. They have the ability to go in and start plotting those things out that really makes it for those projects more agile and, like you said, all in one system.
Sure. So it sounds like in your case, the end user is you, right? Is Swinnerton.
My customers are my people, internal, and that's one of the best parts about my job is the people I take care of are my people.
Yeah. Which is why it's so important to standardize it so that all the people that are going to be utilizing this data know what to expect every single time.
That, and then our leadership will start getting standardized reporting, and the data will all start flowing the way it should, right?
Yep, for sure.
Do you think that's one of the biggest solutions that you provide, is the flow of data?
That's what I'm hoping I'm providing. And if it's going to get mass data coming in, hopefully we have a plan when that happens to get some type of reporting out of it that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Some Power BI integration or something.
Yeah. Before we let you go, give Swinnerton a plug. Talk about why you love working at Swinnerton.
I love working at Swinnerton because it's an employee-owned company across national, and everyone that I get to work with is so enjoyable. They're fun. They care about what they do, and the fact that everyone has a stake in the game makes it that much more fun for me.
We just want 5% of the raise you just got.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we want. Exactly. All right. So Tyler, is there anything else you want to get out there? What are you excited about for the next couple of days?
Next couple of days?
Besides the party tonight, of course.
Besides the party. Really looking forward to seeing the drone capabilities when they're going to actually do some demos. So we get to see that big orange... drone,
the fixed wing
thing. They're going to take that off. We'll see how fast that gets to go around. The new Raptor drone from Autel. So seeing some of these, or the NLID demos, are all going to be important for us. So,
that's cool.
We might have to take a break about that time.
Sean. We may have to
like to see that.
We may have to go on the road.
We might have to. Well, Tyler, thank you for your time. Enjoyed the conversation, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I appreciate the time, guys. Thank you.
Great job. Thanks, man. Ted! What is up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, good to see you.
How are you?
Hey, I'm Sean.
Very nice to meet you. Yeah. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, that was really good. Are you LinkedIn? Yeah. Okay, we'll connect on LinkedIn, and then we'll tag you when this gets released and everything. Great. Cool.